What's up, guys? It's JC here, and since my YouTube got deleted, I'm giving y'all another story time this week. You ever been in a situation when somebody gave you a car with unlimited spending and they only told you to spend an amount, but you in front of your friends and you just want to ball out? That's what happened to me on Thaddeus's card. So it was my first and my last Bayou Classic. My dad told me to take his card and only put my room for incidentals on his card. Well, me and my 5 friends loaded her little silver car, looking like we about to pull up to a party clowns, going all the way to New Orleans. So I was like, this was Thanksgiving night and we was out. After we ate, we was out, okay? So we get down there and one of my partners was like, just put my room on your card and I'll give you the cash. And I was like, cool. Now I had already had tons of cash on me because my dad made sure that I had his card and then I had $800 cash just in case anything happened. So I was taken care of. We get to the counter and the hotel staff lady, whatever you want to call her, was like, okay, I need a card for incidentals in the room. And I was like, with Thaddeus's card, okay? So she swipes. 3 rooms have went on Thaddeus's card. So I'm just like, whatever, I have the cash for it. I'm gonna give it back to him when I see him, whatever. So at this point, I'm already high, like getting smoked on the way down there. I think it was like 2 blunts at this time. So we get to the room and everybody's like, everybody gotta take shots. Gotta take shots. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like this. Like I'm a zombie, like. So I just took the shots. I didn't want to be the party pooper, so I just included myself. Anywho, took the shots. Now, I was down there with all my girlfriends and a few of my partners. I wasn't worried about my boyfriend. I was young and dumb. I didn't care. But anyway, we get down there and he calls me and he like, yo, mommy, where you at? I'm at the hotel with my friends. Where are you? I'll be there in a little bit. Okay. Now, we got down there kind of late because we waited till we finished Thanksgiving dinner with our family. So it was like 9, 10 o'clock-ish once we checked in. By the time he got there, it was 12 o'clock. So when he got there, he was like, okay, y'all, let's go to Bourbon. So we go to Bourbon and who we run into? His fucking baby mama. Now, this was my first time ever seeing her. And of course, it became an altercation. Like, words were exchanged. He told his friend, which I didn't even know her at the time, to take me back to the hotel. The fuck you think you is, nigga? I went, because I was just over it. I was way too loaded, and I was ready to go sit the fuck down somewhere. So I went back to the hotel, and we go to my partner's room. It looked like, you remember the car on How High, how when they first pulled up and they opened the door and it was nothing but smoke came out? That's what it looked like. I was about to have a heart attack because the freaking hotel rooms were on Thaddeus's card. Now, this time I wasn't paying attention to my phone because I was pissed off. The hotel had called me 8 times and I did not answer. 8 times. So I finally called the front desk back and I'm like, hey, is something wrong? And they were like, we've gotten multiple complaints about a smoking smell on your like hallway. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not even in the room. Now I'm sitting in the room with pounds of smoke going around. I'm like, I'm not sure what you're talking about. And they were like, we're gonna send the manager up there. And I'm like, we were frantic. Like, we didn't know what to do. And I was like, oh my God, y'all gotta get rid of this smell right now because they're sending the manager. When they sent the manager, we didn't even open the door. Like, we stuck towels under the door and we were like, we sat in there for about 15 minutes while the manager was knocking. Now, he had a key. He could have opened the door, but he didn't. He went back downstairs and thankfully, we were able to rid of the smell in the room. So I go back to my room and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get some money. I'm gonna go hang out on Canal, because at the time, like, well, doing Bayou Classic, people just hang out on Canal, like that's a club or something. So I was like, I'm just gonna go hang out on Canal, whatever. Go to my purse. All of my cash was gone. Somebody had stole all of my money. When I tell you I turned into Tasmanian Devil when them bitches got back to that room, I turned into Tasmanian Devil. The guy that I was dating, his friend was like, calm down, we're gonna figure it out. And I was like, no, one of these bitches stole my fucking money and they about to cough it up. The money ain't never come, it never surfaced. Like, it never surfaced. So at this point, all I had was Thaddeus's card, and I already put $1,500 on his card, and then they was about to put incidentals on top because I know they came up there and smelled that smoke. I know they did. And I was like, Lord, Jesus, please, like, if you love me like you say you do, help me. Help me, Jesus, please. So Thaddeus calls me and I'm like, hey, Dad, I checked. Shut the fuck up. That's all I hear. Why the fuck did you charge $1,500 on my card? And I'm like, what? And he's like, JC, don't effing play with me. Why? You told me your room was $400. Why I got $1,500 on my card? And I'm like, Dad, something happened. I gotta tell you. And he's like, I'm cutting the card off. Now at this point, all I had was his card. I didn't have any cash and he wasn't letting me explain. So we go to the store and I'm like, he's not gonna cut this card off. Whatever. Y'all, I swiped the card. Now in Bayou Classic, y'all know that people be like everywhere. So I'm in the store and I'm like, whatever, I got that card. He ain't gonna turn it off. I swiped the card. The lady was like, your card declined, ma'am. I was like, what? Card declined. You got another form of payment? And I was like, no. So the girl that my boyfriend had sent with me, gave me, she was like, here, I'll just pay for it. Now, I didn't know this girl from the Man on the Moon, but tonight, she was my best friend. Literally, she was my best friend because she brought me back to the hotel when I didn't even know what the hell was going on. She paid for my food. Like, I love this girl at this point. So, we get back to the room, and we get back to the girls' room, and there's like 4 or 5 guys that I don't even know that's in the room. And I'm like, get out. Like, at this point, I was a party pooper because I didn't have no money. My dad cut his card off. My boyfriend was playing with his baby mama out there. I was like over it. This was the first night and I was over it. So I was like, get out. Like, all y'all just go to the other room, please. Because so I leave out the room again. Everybody's gone. I leave out the room. We go down to the lobby, which we was at the Marriott on Canal. We go down to the lobby. One of the girls that was with me was passed out by the elevators and then pissed all over herself. Me and my best friend was like, oh my God. We had to, you know how you carry somebody, like they're sitting down, so you have to carry them and pull them? We had to carry her into the elevator, bring her upstairs, and then change her clothes. She was drunk and pissy, and we had to take care of her like she was a little baby. At this point, I said, you know what? I'm getting my stuff, and I'm going home because this don't make no goddamn sense. Like, this shit is crazy. It was like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm driving home. Now, I didn't roll down there with 4 or 5 other girls. I'm driving home with my best friend at this point. She's my best friend because she done took care of me. She done paid for my food. Anybody that paid for my food, you my best friend. So she's my best friend. So we driving home. So she's like, where you live? Blah, blah. So I tell her where I live. I pull in the driveway. I got in the back door of the house. Now, y'all, if y'all know my daddy, he don't play with no sleep. He's not losing no sleep over nothing. Like, nigga not losing no sleep. So when I got in the house, I went around, because the way the kitchen is set up, you have to go around a wall to get in the living room. When I hit that door frame, Thaddeus was sitting right on the sofa. And I was like, what are you doing? He was like, I was waiting for you. And I was like, I wasn't coming home till 3 days later. How did you know I was coming home? He was like, I didn't care when you was coming home. I was going to sit right here and wait for you to get home. He was like, give me my motherfucking card. And I was like, Dad. He was like, I'm not playing with you, son. Give me my card, because you done spent all this money on my card, and then the same night you back home? Where's my money? He was like, where's my money? So I had to explain the whole story to him. He was like, well, I'll tell you this. You're not getting paid for the next month. Now, I had just graduated high school. It was my first year in Southern. This was my first Bayou Classic. Getting paid was like, that took care of me while I was on campus. And I'm like, Dad, like, it's not that serious. He's like, it's not that serious. I had to work for my money. You got to work for yours because you took mine. I was like, when I tell you I walked to my room, I was so disgusted. My hair smelled like a pound of weed. I ain't have no money. I wasn't about to get paid for the next month. I never went to Bayou Classic again. I never went to that crap. I never went again. Not with no friends. Nope. And y'all not putting a hotel in my name. Nope. Dad, you remember that time I had went to Bayou Classic and random charges up on your card?
Don't blow me.
If you guys enjoyed my first and last Bayou Classic story, hit that like button, comment, let me know what you thought about it. And don't forget to subscribe. When you subscribe, they got a little bell next to it. You can hit that bell and get a notification every time I drop a story time. Hey!